Good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to be a little bit quiet because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. And unfortunately for some people like Slash, it is their bedtime. I apologize. However, for other people like Campaign Terrain on YouTube, it's 4 p.m. approximately in the US, Eastern Standard Time. Got a little bit of time before I need to go to bed, staying up a little bit so I can see the family in the morning. Thought I'd jump on. We're still on Argo's account. I am going to try and get to tier 2 so he can get all of the armor sets. I don't think it's going to be as difficult as, you know, this event has been so far, because I'm not going to go near any elevators. The idea is to rent ourselves some sort of ship. Like I noticed I was looking before, you can rent a Mustang, and I'm hoping you can eject out of a Mustang. I was watching a video on YouTube at work last night, some dude doing repossession missions, basically flying in a little Razor super quick to the repossession missions or the retrieval missions, ejecting out, and then taking the freighter that's there, and then flying out before the freighter gets exploded by all the nasty chaps who are there. So let's have a look and see how this goes. You know how we need to kick things off here, though, with the good old Tim Tam Slam, which is going to be absolutely delicious. It was a very cruisy night at work, but I did do some overtime, 10 hours. So a chocolate biscuit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to approach a little closer, because it is not just one chocolate biscuit. It is 2 chocolate biscuits with a little bit of chocolate in the middle, all coated in more chocolate. We're going to use this chocolate biscuit like a straw. We've all seen it. We all know it. It is the good old Tim Tam Slam. We're going to bite off the opposite corners of this biscuit. We're going to slurp up our favorite hot drink. Now, in my case, I've got a delicious hot chocolate here. Beautiful. It's going to melt the inside of this biscuit. It's going to turn it into a delicious gooey mess. We're going to eat this biscuit. It's going to be delicious. Yep. A second one. Yep. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Tim Tam Slam. Indeed, Rhino, no elevators. Obviously, except for our elevator in our hangar when we're returning in the freight. But apparently, that's been hot fixed now. So we can stack freight in our elevators once again. And it's been confirmed in the chat. Well, confirmed in the chat that it's working.
Hurston Dynamics needs your assistance. The Empire has put out the call for
You can find a way, Cross. You can find a way, Sexy Potat. How are you, my friend? Another night worker.
In pursuit of a solution for the reject crisis.
Chilling out before bed. Liquid Squid, how are you, my friend? Joining us on YouTube. Don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome, thanks for popping past. I'm very well, Mr. Sexy Potat, over there in Twitchland. Finished up my 10 hours at work last night, 6 a.m. or just shortly after. A little bit of Star Citizen, see the family in the morning, then off to bed. You're hungry out of Liquid Squid? Well, I'd recommend getting yourself some Tim Tams and a hot beverage. And enjoying the world's best treat. You had a Tim Tam Slam earlier, Rhino. Won't be doing it again, I'm afraid. Wasn't impressed with the biscuit. It's got a weird aftertaste. That's called winning, Rhino. That's called winning. If you try it with a penguin, though, on the other hand, go get yourself a penguin and try it with a penguin. The aftertaste of the penguin tastes like depression. All right, let's... There is So I'm kind of hoping that this Mustang has an ejection seat in it, and I guess we're going to find out. Now, normally, Argo, in episodes of A Life Uncharted, can't rent ships, but we're breaking a whole bunch of rules here for Argo. Rules, the Life Uncharted rules. Don't think you have those in the US? Oh, you do, my friend. You do, and they're actually cheaper in the US than they are here. They were also cheaper in the UK when I went to visit my family recently. All right, let's jump in. So we're going to rent ourselves this Mustang Alpha. Again, like I said, not normally something that Argo's allowed to do, but we're breaking the rules. We're breaking the rules. We need something that's got an ejection seat in it. Gonna go to the store. You'll be back. All right, my friend. I guess we just like what we were brought up on. Yeah, I think so. You know, a whole bunch of that sort of cultural, isn't it? You almost done, Mr. Sexy Potat, with your microtech hauling? Let's go. All right, so let's have a look. Hurston. So what we're looking for, again, you know, we're going to be playing a whole bunch of roulette here because that video was posted yesterday and it's been seen by 8,000 people. So obviously it's gained a bit of traction. And I think there's going to be a whole bunch of people doing repo missions. You need a massive break from hauling. Can only do so much. That's very true. Now, at this point, I don't really mind. What size the mission is. Obviously, we want to do the large ones. The ones that I've done. Slash course. Excuse me. The ones that I've done in the past have always been C2s. It's not the large vessel under attack one. You know, vessels under attack, you basically go defend that vessel, and then the vessel bugs out once it's safe enough, and then you get credit for its haul. These are the retrieval ones, not the stolen retrieval ones. Do any of the other factions have one up? Crusader might have one at the moment. Here, large goods recovery. These are the ones. So the utmost importance that we get 10 cargo boxes, all 8 SCU or smaller, back as it contains a large amount of vital materials, blah, blah, blah. No, that's one of the stolen ones. Heavy shipment. Not familiar with the Crusader terminology. Here, small cargo ship recovery. So this is out in the asteroid surrounding Yella. There'll be 50 to 55 SCU. There's going to be some bandits there. So basically you want to get in, either fight the bandits. In this case, we're not going to fight the bandits. We're just going to bail and get aboard the ship and boot out of there as quickly as we can. You've done Hurston and Microtech. You tried Crusader earlier, but every elevator I went to was broken, so I couldn't do the intro. I know, Rhino. Tell me about it. I finally managed to get one working on a European server after I went around the whole world. But I finally managed to get an elevator that was working at Crusader, so we managed to get them done. Luckily, in your area, CT, there's a UK store run by a lovely Cornwall lady. There's also an Aussie store where she makes the most delicious pasties. You evil human being. Streaming this late should be a crime. Yes, the world should revolve around my time zone. You can get penguins, CT, from the one and Tim Tams from the other. There we go. Yeah, but suggestion, grab from other areas and take the cargo to where you want to hand it in. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the plan, right? That's the plan for all of them. Like right now we can't get one here in Hurston because everybody's here in Hurston. Do we not have Art Corp here? Yeah, we got Crusader, Art Corp, Microtech, and Hurston. We'll have a quick check. Nothing here. So let's take this one for Hurston, right? For Crusader. I guess it doesn't really matter where we take them back at this stage. Large cargo ship recovery between 100 and 125. So let's do this one. There's no
I'll
ship
reveal
here
your
yet.
true form.
Oh, my true form.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle.
Thank you for taking on this contract.
All right,
Every
let's
single
go.
one of our contractors is a valuable
I'm hoping.
Crusader. Good luck.
I have noticed that various terminals bug out when you use them. They don't work sometimes. All right, let's get this delivered. Sorry, says Rhino. The world revolves around the UK time zone. It is the truth. All right.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
I guess we're going to find out soon. I'm not going to test it. We're just going to find out. Currently sitting in a server error in New Babbage. Well, hopefully that's over pretty quick. So the goal is to get to tier 2 for each of the factions, so Argo can secure not just his jumpsuits, which we've already done, but he can get the armor as well. So it doesn't matter, I guess, where we start, in this case Crusader. But as soon as we finish Crusader, if we do get other missions for Crusader, then we'll just take those and then fly back to Hurston, take the infinite resources one, and then hand it in at Hurston. I mean, this is how the event should have been run. You know, if you're collecting resources for Hurston, you should have to go to one of the other, you know, locations to get those resources. You know, like a little bit of stealing backwards and forwards. That would have been epic. That would have been absolutely epic. Okay, that's obviously the wrong button. Here we go, into the pilot seat. Never flown one of these before. Yeah, that would have made it like a true competition, right? You know, stealing resources off each other. All right. Wonder what the quantum tank in this little fighter's like. Guess we'll find out. This music's a little bit epic for this current situation. Oh, Liquid Squid, thank you for the super sticker, mate. You rock. While showing there, pumped bicep, you're a legend. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the super sticker. What a legend. All right. Wow, okay. It's a little bit more responsive than I'm used to in Argo's good old Cutter Rambler, the good old Archie Bunker. We're going to have to get back to some roleplay with Argo once this event is done. I think I'll have to queue him up for the second edition of A Life Uncharted. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do in terms of Argo's wealth, because, you know, at the moment, we're sitting on an unheard of 1.8 million credits. I am very keen to get Argo in a raft. As we were talking about yesterday, the rafting game is about 3 million. Now, I'm not entirely sure, because a lot of the money that Argo has now, at least 1 million of it, was earned during this event. So do we get rid of that money? Do we let Argo keep it? You know, again, you know, for example, we're flying in armor. That's against the rules in A Life Uncharted, you know, my custom rule set. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, or we just let Argo keep that and we start second edition of A Life Uncharted with Argo having, you know, generated a whole bunch of wealth and finally being able to afford his own ship. You know, as we all know, the good old Archie Bunker is not really his ship. It was given to him by his ex-wife, Amelia. She took it from her brother, who just left it in storage, and gave it to Argo after the divorce as like a pity prize, you know, after he got released from Klesha. Back to YouTube, Rhino. It's mission reward for helping a town. It should be big rewards. We let Argo keep it. Yeah, it's 3.5 million for the raft. Okay. Slash, thank you so much, mate. Until next time. Hope the bots behaves while I sleep. Hey, let's go. I'll fight them by myself. Thanks, mate. Appreciate you, buddy. Doing hauling in the raft will make Argo rich fast. Well, I mean, we still have to contend with the guilds, right? You know, he's like a junior initiate or whatever it is. I can't quite remember what we called it in A Life Uncharted. So he's going to lose 80% of his revenue to the guild until he improves his guild ranking. I really like the second edition of A Life Uncharted. It's been working really, really well on the other alt account, on Curtis's account. It's much quicker, it's faster. I think I might lower the price of some of the achievements, or, you know, the unlocks for the, you know, storage and, you know, habitation and all that sort of stuff. Because there's quite a few places to explore and unlock and all that sort of stuff. I'm happy with the cost for unlocking quantum locations. You'll find a way to cockblock him. I'm sure I will. Calypsia, how are you? Sup? Hope you're well. All right, so the plan here is to move in as quick as we can, get as close to the freighter as possible, eject if this ship has an eject function. I'm not 100% sure if it does. And then repossess the freighter whilst under fire and then bounce. There's the cargo. There's the fighters. All right, so we want to get as close to this cargo ship as we can. Bailed. All right, so we got 500 meters away. All right. We can do better. We can do better. I didn't have a helmet on. Amazing. That's so good. That's so good. We're off to a great start. Just crouch things. 100%. Well, at least we know now. At least we know that was the test run, all right? That was the test run to find out if the Mustang has an ejection seat, and it does. So I'm counting that as a win. This is typical crouch behavior. I'm sure it's the first fail of many, Rhino. Oh, that was epic. So good. Oh no, I've lost my helmet. It was in the backpack. I've lost the helmet. It's even better. It's even better. We've lost the helmet. Amazing. That's so good. All right. So I guess we'll have to... So now I'm going to have to get my other alt account online to complete Tier 2 for Hurston to give the helmet to Argo. This is epic. This is epic. It's a bit disappointing. But it is what it is. Always alt-H your helmet. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, unfortunately. I had to remove it manually when I needed to drink before. The alt-H wasn't working.
In her book, Dynamics of a Mindful Life, Maria Hurston showed that health isn't merely the concern.
Gonna have to go loot your body. Yeah, we might find it. We might find it.
That's why Hurston Dynamics is so proud to carry on her lasting legacy here.
All right, take 2.
Where we all work together.
Well, actually, there's still plenty of time to die between now and the destination. We do need to get on a train, for which we don't need to pay any public transportation costs because we're not playing an episode of A Life Uncharted. We are indeed wearing armor in the city, another big no-no, but we're bending some rules. Bodies have markers, so you should be able to find it easily. Well, that depends on how close we can manage to get to it. We'll have to loot that first before we... as soon as we touch the cargo ship, either the ramp or the elevator or something like that, the hostiles will open fire on us. So we need to board it quick. We need to get to the cockpit quick. We need to get out quick. Now, luckily, the C2 can take a little bit of a pounding, even with the shields down. But we'll find out. We'll try. We should definitely try and recover the helmet. Of course we should. This is Crouch After Dark after all. What would it be without a ridiculous adventure through space for 3 hours? I mean, we've all been here before for those ridiculous, adventures. We don't have a huge amount of time, though. Got another hour and a half. Short stream. Short stream. They can kill that C2 quite fast, to be honest. It depends how engaged they get. Right. It is a bit of a shame that we can't lodge an insurance claim from anywhere other than the ASOP terminals, because that claim timer could have been running this whole time. It is a starter ship, so it should be pretty quick. That was so good. All right. 40 seconds. There's plenty of time for us to get to our hangar. And we rinse and repeat. That's so good. That was a perfect introduction, actually, to Crouch After Dark for Liquid Squid on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't seen the name before, but so I apologise if you've been around these parts before. But that's the type of stuff that happens here relatively frequently. Good old crouch moves. All right, this time for sure. Now we know the ejection seat works. We've probably got a little bit of time to, get to the location, jump into SEM, get some shields up, move in while we take a little bit of fire, quite close, and then bail, rather than try to bail as we fly by, so to speak. I mean, we'll still be ejecting whilst in motion, but no doubt on this next run, I'll eject myself like right into the C2 and die, or eject myself into an asteroid. Kinda new, hey? Well, thank you, mate. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's go. Let's get the ship fired up. Let's get that done. Let's fire up that ship. Let's get into nav mode. Let's get a map up. Let's head back to our location. Let's not crash into the roof. Oh, good lord. Forgot this ship is slightly faster than the Cutter Rambler. All right, let's go. So if I can get a couple of these missions to work, then I think we'll have another grind session on the weekend. I did 12 hours on Monday, 10 hours last night. I've got 10 hours tomorrow, 12 hours on Thursday, and then an 8-hour shift on Saturday. So not huge amounts of time for streaming, but if I can jump on for, 2 hours or so, then I think we'll do that, and we'll try and grind our way through doing a few repo missions. Oh, actually, no, I'm only doing 8 hours tonight unless I get called in early. So I guess we could stay up, have a short break when my family wakes up and I can see them, have breakfast and all that sort of stuff, and then we can come back in. We just put up like a repeat of a previous stream or something for 20 minutes while I see my fam in the morning before they head off to work and school. And then play another hour or so. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Captain Proton 1015. Hello there. You doing one of those rescue missions? I'm going to watch to get pointers. Oh, that's a terrible idea, my friend. Don't take any pointers from me. I find calamity at the best of times. Though you should have set your spawn point closer. Oh no, we don't change our spawn point. Well, I guess we could, right? Because again, we're playing on my old account here. And my old account's a stream-only account. And normally I play Argo's character with some very heavily modified custom rules called A Life Uncharted. And Argo's very much indentured to Hurston. His name might be Argo Hurston, but, he's not an actual Hurston. Anyway, he's a very heavy roleplay sort of character. We're bending a whole bunch of Argo's rules for this event. And one of Argo's rules is, he doesn't reset his spawn point. He's always bound to to Lawville. You won't get any good pointers on this channel. No, that's very true. You will have fun, I'm sure, but I can't promise to give you any any valid opinions that you might actually learn something. Did I eject too soon? I'll let chat answer the question about how I died. Oh, classic. So good. This is more what not to do channel. Good point. Always wear your helmet. That's true. A lack of helmet and space doesn't really work very well. All right, so the first thing is we need to try and recover the helmet because Argo needs it, right? So when we get back into A Life Uncharted, he's going to need that helmet for, you know, his regular Hurston activities. Otherwise, we have to get another alt account involved who needs to do tier 2, and then he can give the helmet to Argo and, you know, all this other sort of malarkey. Hello! Can't quantum to the location anymore? Because what? Because I've already quantumed to it once? It's a little frustrating. All right, let's... This is where we die by crashing into an asteroid. Of course it's going to happen. I don't know what's going on with the quantum. That's all right. We'll share a couple of minutes together as we fly through space under main thrusters to the location. Hopefully eject somewhere close to our body, so we can A, recover the helmet, and then B, make it onto the C2 and get out with the C2 before it is destroyed. Because again, we have no intention to fight these guys. That's not Argo's style. I did do one of these in my Anvil Asgard on my main account, and my God, was it a hell of a battle. It was so much fun, I really did enjoy it, but it was a lot of work. If you were a proper pilot in a proper fighting ship, you could probably take care of these guys pretty quickly. But I mean, it's me. It's a me. And we'll skirt through on the outskirts. There's a lot of asteroids here, man. All right, in we go. All right, enemy spotted. Let's get SCM mode. Let's boost in a little bit. Oh, it's pretty close. Do I have a helmet on? Okay. A success. Well, so far. Oh, this is so good. All right, 4 days later. Never ejected out of a spaceship before. I will get my distances closer. And like I said, I guess I could have slowed down a little bit. We weren't taking any fire. We could have... We'll get a bit more risky next time. For the next one. Okay. Body in space. This is a true spaceman. A dead spaceman, but, you know, it's a man in space. Spaceman. All right, how many times am I going to have to try and chase this body after I bump it away? Look at Argo's lifeless body here in space. Let's loot him. All right. Helmet, drinks, other helmet, other stuff. Can I loot? No. Okay. Let's go. All right. Mission successful. Well, helmet retrieval successful. Mr. Toe Cutter, my friend, how are you? Joining us on YouTube. Again, another name that I've not seen before. I hope you are well. I was thinking of using a Mirai Pulse in a cutter. A good old cutter. Such a lovely ship. Argo's home for many, many, many moons. That'd be a good idea, actually. Fly in on the Pulse. Would they engage you in a vehicle? I don't think they would, right? I pulled the fighters away so you got more time to get out of there. Let's see. Let's see. First, I've got to navigate my way through this monster. There's an elevator on the outside, right? We're going to spend two weeks trying to find it. It's sort of near the front, yeah? On the port side, right? The Pulse is very stealthy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why they would shoot somebody on a vehicle. Oh, there's a friendly chap right there. Look at him, just having a good time, just waiting for good old Crouchy to get on this ship. Yep. Oh, did I just EVA into the ship? Okay. Now, my EVA skills are clearly amongst the best. Is this the elevator here? The hell's the elevator? Sneaking up on foot. They'll never suspect it. They don't shoot bikes. Yeah, okay. So, coming in on a bike might be a good idea. You think the elevator is too slow to raise in the C2? Well, I think it's going to be faster than the ramp, because as soon as I get on the ramp, they're going to open fire. And then I've got to get up through the ship, up in the elevator or the ladder. Where the hell is the elevator? Oh, elevator. How do I open the elevator? Yes, success. All right, so as soon as I touch this elevator platform, they're gonna get aggroed. Let's go. It's slow. It is very slow. All right, pointing in the right direction. Doors up. Let's go. I don't hear any fire just yet. There's the fire. There's the fire! Fire the ship up. Fire the ship up! Let's go! It doesn't matter where we go. Freaking out of there! We're freaking out of there! Let's go, Argo! You indomitable human being! Unbeatable! The Ginger King! Everyone's favourite bogan. I'm too excited I got his punchline. Well, not his punchline, but his calling card messed up. Mr. Argo Hurston. Everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King. sure there's no one left on board. So now, we'll take this to Crusader because why not? But it doesn't really matter where we recover these from. We can take them anywhere. So once we've done Crusader and we get these missions here in Crusader, we can take it back to Hurston. Okay, well, if you're going to be like that, be like that. You know, I don't really mind. Let's go to Sepharum. Sepharum Station. Yes! We've secured the helmet. We took the freight. Oh, good lord. Actually, we want to go here, don't we? Follow the route, Crouchy. We got our drink bottles back. We got our helmet back. Yes, sir. And the other helmet that we looted yesterday, for whatever reason we looted that helmet. Oh, I must remember, next time we're on my main account, we've got that cool suit of armor that we found in the locker of the Asgard. So don't just abandon that Asgard. You think most Crusader outposts only have one freight elevator? Yeah, that's true. So that's why they're always broken. Yeah. It's such a, you know, this could have been such a different event. But, ladies and gentlemen, space nerds, sci-fi enthusiasts, lover of all things melted in cheese, it is what it is. Okay, let's not crash into this station, because we've done that a couple of times on epic rescue missions in the past. Who was around for the retrieval and the expedition on Daymar about a year back? We finally made it out off of Daymar after a 3-hour journey across Daymar to find a random location, carrying a rock with us. With the max lift. We managed to hijack his ship. That was epic. And then we arrive here at our destination for what should have been a glorious outcome. And promptly crashed into the station and died. Oh, it was so good. It was an epic conclusion to an epic adventure. Understandably, not the one that we really wanted, but you know. Oh, and they've opened the ramp for me too. All right, let's park this somewhere over here so that when we get the Mustang out, there's room for it to spawn. Kind of want to be as far. Wow. Okay. Oh dear, are we going to explode in a minute? Do I have landing gear down? I don't. That would potentially help. Look at this masterful display of flight. Do I not have any front landing gear? What's going on with this ridiculous vessel? Hello. Oh, I'm on the building. Ah, yes, sir. Let's go. All right. Success. Achievement unlocked. Okay, this worked kind of nicely. And the fact that the Mustang is only a 40-second claim is quite nice. All right, prepare yourself for a lesson in freight management. First, we move the boxes. And once we've moved one box, we move another box. And if you've been paying attention, you would have realized that after we've moved this box, it's hard to understand, I know. We move another box. Yeah, you can stack. Yeah, the hotfix that they released yesterday was for the stacking. So that is nice. It'd be nice to see a hotfix for elevators that actually work. But that's obviously a little bit more complicated. And thus, therefore, not currently available in a hotfix. One day, I shall take the time to become proficient with the Atlas. Well, if you can pull this off, you probably can. Look, Proton, you could do this way better than me, man. Now I know what and how much time I have. None. Oh my god, that's a huge box. We don't want to stand in front of that. Go down that way, box. Into Pac-Man's mouth. Oh, I don't think anyone could have got that more aligned. Than good old Argo Hurston. Everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King. Alright, now there's two things that we need to do. Well, three really. Send this freight down. Claim the Mustang. And swap our helmets.
Crusader here. Just wanted to thank you for completing that job.
No
Your contribution
worries.
goes beyond just cargo.
Welcome.
Thank you for being.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Clammy. Alright, 40-second claim.
Has been sent. Please visit
Gives us enough time to do a little bit of a switcheroo. And I don't think I need either of these helmets. They're both just randomly looted helmets. But we've got 40 seconds. Let's just stash them up here. Again, something that we normally wouldn't be able to do on Argo's account because he doesn't have a storage locker here at Seraphim Station. I think we've only unlocked storage so far. Maybe at Edmund? I don't know. Oh, maybe Everest Harbour. I think we've unlocked Everest Harbour. It's good fun. I can't wait to get back to a little bit of a life uncharted. We just need the transit rework ASAP. Yeah, 100%. We need a lot of reworks on a whole bunch of stuff. All right, that worked out quite nicely. Let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, first, let's have a look for a contract. Oh, looks like there's one here at Hurston. Is there anything in Crusader given that we're here? It looks like it. Large cargo ship recovery. Let's accept that offer. Oh no! People are busy doing them. Small cargo ship recovery. I guess let's have a bit of a look-see. Let's do some mathematics. And by doing mathematics, I mean you guys tell me how much I need. So what, 60, 59, 69, 70 SCU. We need 70 SCU. So we could do a small cargo ship recovery. That's going to give us 50 to 55. And given that we currently don't have anything greater, Let's do this for practice. For practice. This is a practice one. 4 SCU? What are you talking about, 4 SCU? Crusader. We've got 241. We need 311. Trolls. Going to be trolls. Let's go.
To the ASOP vehicle
Right, so
retrieval system.
now we can practice our our ejection technique. Oh, that sounds a little bit OnlyFans, doesn't it? So this time I think, we'll go in SCM, relatively controlled, and try and get close to this ship. Please don't destroy the Mustang. That would be most unpleasant. Oh, that's disappointing. That's most disappointing. Ah, damn it. So the situation might be slightly more complicated. See, the vape cutting is still going strong. Yeah, that lasted about a week, didn't it?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
If we were in a larger hangar,
Your insurance claim has been sent.
what we might do,
Please visit us.
we'll see if we can chuck this outside, hey, and then try and EVA back in before the doors close. Let's go. Fits like a glove. Oh, goodness me. Watch out. So now, obviously, if I was back at Lawville... Oh, no. Argo doesn't have an extra large hangar, does it? Yeah, it will eventually despawn. We do have a couple of minutes. We do have a couple of minutes. But, I mean, I guess we could just wait, right, for it to despawn. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. It'll eventually despawn. And in the meantime, we can all play a friendly game of tic-tac-toe. What if you just leave the hangar and spawn from outside? Might give you a new one. No, unfortunately. This is my allocated hangar here now. The last time I did these on my main account, it really wasn't a huge issue because, I have an extra large hangar. And so I could park this ship on one side of the hangar, and then it would simply go down, and then the small ship would, would come up, and this ship would still be there. And let's have a quick look while we're waiting. I've no idea how long it takes to for this ship to despawn, but let's have a quick look. See if there's another large one. No.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle select.
Let's just try this again for the sake of something to do.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
The 40-second claim time on a rental. I don't mind how many times that explodes.
Please visit us again.
I mean, that's not looking promising. I mean, that is what I wanted to have happen. The C2 to go down in the elevator, but still leave room for the vehicle impounded. Reckless vehicle operation. Amazing. Oh, that's so good. Oh, you've done tier 5 on Microtech, sexy potat. Nice work. Now, according to the marker, there is a Mustang here somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where it's supposed to be. Ooh. Let's go. Yes. That's 2 of 4 areas done. And that's pretty impressive. Success. All right. Back to the asteroid field. It's obstructed. Let's find out what happens. Nothing. Disappointing. It's not actually where we wanted to go anyway. I'm glad that didn't work. Look for no pointers of helpfulness here at all. I've said from the beginning, don't listen to anything I say. You're 2 of 4 as well, Rhino? Unless they get the elevators fixed, you doubt you'll do the other 2. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. It's a bit frustrating. It would have been such a good event. But I do like what I said before. It would have been epic to have to bring resources from one of the other systems. So if you were, going for Hurston, so to speak, then you'd have to go and get resources from the other locations. And the resources that you take from Microtech is like a negative to them, right? So you're constantly fighting backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. That would have been sweet. All right, Quantum Beacon. Wherefore art thou, freighter? Okay, let's not crash into an asteroid or we're going backwards. Let's get some shields up just in case. Alright, we'll slow fly in. Give the ship some time to get some shields up. We'll slow boat it in. Let's not aim directly for the ship. Let's go underneath it. Oh no, it's a caterpillar. I don't know my way around the caterpillar at all. It's not a caterpillar. Oh, yeah, it's a small one. Oh, let's bail out. Why doth we have to bail so far? What the hell's this about? Okay, so when you eject out, you really eject out. I'm not a huge fan of where this enemy is right now. What would be really sweet is to be able to board this ship and then kill this dude. Yeah, he's waiting. He's definitely waiting. This one might not work. This one might not work. That free launcher is going to be fully red. Let's go have a look at this fellow while we're here. In a Mustang, hey? I guess I could have tried to fight some of these dudes. Oh, hang on, that's my Mustang. Let's go. Yeah, that's not the way to enter the ship. Fully red. Boom! That free launcher is going to be fully red. Always are. Going to be another can't move when you go to land in hangar. The magic door. Now, well, that was disappointing. Yeah, so this one was already significantly damaged, hey? Oh yeah, there's no atmosphere. The doors still work. Here's that precious freight that can no longer be recovered. And we're abandoned in space. Our prospects are few. Our prospects are few. Choices are limited. Didn't work, ladies and gentlemen. It's over there on the shelf. That's where engineering is. Time to drift in space for 80 mega distances. Remember we tried to do that a while back before we calculated how long it would actually take us to, get somewhere? Oh, epic. We should take a box with us. Yep. Tungsten. We'll take a box with us. All right, let's go. Deliver the recovered cargo. I'll see everyone next week. Not much we can do. All right, so we know that the small ones, we're learning, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, see, now you're learning. You're learning about how not to do this. is that the small recover cargoes are hazardous. The Freelancer Max is going to be fully red when you board the ship. It's not really what we want. Although technically, that is how it should be. I mean, this ship has been attacked, right? To prevent this sort of rapid repossession technique, strategy, approach. The Stream Angel needs a slap for not being on. It's way too early for him to be on. Yeah, you would fully expect these ships to be pretty much disabled and in a boardable condition. Oh, we've still got our EVA thrusters going. So that way you would have to fight off the NPCs to be able to repo the ship. So it makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Mr. Sexy Potat, have a good rest, mate. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's get the ship claimed.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I shall have a lovely rest. Thank you, mate. Yeah, the first time I use a terminal, it doesn't work. Every terminal so far. There we go. Let's get that claimed. People generally rock up in a Polaris and transfer the cargo. Well, Argo does not have a Polaris. No worky. Crusader. Large cargo ship recovery. Yes, we've got it. Has been forced to abandon their ship at an asteroid mining base. All right, let's go. Let's go. All we need is this ship.
I saw your name pop up as the contracts for this.
Oh, thank you.
Great job.
Thanks, Denver. I appreciate it, mate. So if we get this one done, that's Crusader done. Monkey Brain says, take a smaller ship into the black, transfer the cargo out there, and bring it back in one's own vessel. Yeah, you can do that. Oh, what the business town is going on here? Definitely a valid technique. Oh yeah, I don't have a hangar yet. I've got to retrieve the ship.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit
All right. Now we have a hangar. Let's go. It's an 8-minute wait. An 8-minute wait once you finish the mission. So it won't show up straight away. No, that's okay. We can bounce between regions. But thank you, Rhino. It's good to know that there's an 8-minute cooldown on the mission. So in those 8 minutes, we can go do one in another system. Now that I'm a master of this technique, with a flawless performance record, yeah, we definitely want to go for the large ones. I just don't want to get a caterpillar because I don't know my way around a caterpillar at all. We'll just get destroyed in the caterpillar before I know where the hell we're going. Right, let's go. Second attempt. 6 likes for the shenanigan tonight on YouTube. Okay, 380 meters. That's not bad. You off to bed, Rhino? Can't stop yawning and your star set isn't out? Well, thanks, mate. Appreciate you popping in. You accidentally opened the wrong side of your garlic salt shaker. Dinner is suboptimal. Glad you have Argo escapades to distract me from weird food. That's so good. It must have been my ship. It doesn't make sense, man. You can't hear explosions in space. All right, there is an elevator here somewhere, yes? Under this wing. Okay. All right. Time begins now. Top deck. Let's go, top deck. Top deck's a good chocolate book, by the way. It's a quantum beacon 10 kilometers away. That's the wrong quantum beacon. It's not the quantum beacon we're looking for. We're out. Success. Must be the versus slowest lift. Hey man, at least it works. Oh, I don't like where this has taken us. Success. Alright, so you definitely want the large ones. And get that C2. Alright, this completes Crusader Tier 2. for everyone's favourite bogan. Oh, the Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston. Alright, so if we've got an 8-minute cooldown, we'll try and pick one up in one of the other regions. Well, we're done here now anyway, so... I'm quite happy with this. This has worked quite well. Mr. Argo Hurston, the repo man. I did try the first time I did one of these to steal the ship's guns, but it wouldn't let me take them. Well, I could take them, I just couldn't store them. That would have been a nice little bonus. Random Atlas floating in my hangar. Yep, that's another display of incredible incompetence. Let's go, Argo. Let's go. Nope. No elevators involved. So I wonder if the medium-sized ship... We know that the small one's no good. Because it's going to... The Freelancer is going to be fully red. So I wonder if the medium-sized one is okay to do. Otherwise you do have like an 8-minute cooldown, as Rhino was saying, in between missions. Or I guess you could sort of server hop.
Twitch is broadcasting a new follower alert, sir.
Okay, I'm listening.
Mumasha is now following on Twitch. Welcome to After Dark.
Mumasha. That's a great name. Mumasha, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the ridiculousness that is Crouch After Dark. Yes! Tier 2 for Crusader. Now we've just got the other 3. And then Argo will have all of his disguises in hand for when we get back to regular episodes of A Life Uncharted with everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston. Bless me. Now I'm wondering if I close up the ramps on the C2 so that hopefully it descends into the hangar properly, which we couldn't do last time because the ramp was damaged. Yes, there we go. You've been awarded a Pulse Crusader pistol and a Strata Armor Crusader Edition. That's the way.
I'm excited to announce that we've sent you something for all your hard work. Thank you for supporting Crusader in these trying times. Well, everything looks in order, so let me get you paid. But the most valuable reward is knowing that you helped me.
That is the most valuable reward. Knowing that I've helped. Alright, that's the ramps closed. So hopefully... it is very close to the edge. We'll see what happens.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval Systems.
Alright, off to another locale. Let's have a look-see.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
So we've already done Hurston, right? Of course we've done Hurston. We're wearing the armor. We've done Hurston Crusaders, so we've got Art Corp and Microtech left. Large cargo theft. Large cargo transport needed. Large cargo rescue. Oh, we've missed it. We missed it. Large cargo needs hauling. No rescues. Now we play Moby Glass Roulette. So we want Microtech and Art Corp. So whilst we wait for those to sort themselves out, let's see if we can get our Mustang out.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle
And we'll head over in the general direction. What's the time? It's almost 7:30.
location.
I've probably got time for one more. But this has worked quite nicely.
Visit us again. Goodbye.
Yeah, okay, that didn't store quite nicely. Now it's going to fall into the hangar. Yay, despawned! It goes purple. Interesting. Oh, goodness me. Oh, my heart just came out of my eyeballs. So it goes purple when it's about to respawn or despawn, hey? That didn't take very long. Perfect. So we've done... What we could do... Contract unavailable. So we can either pick up the Crusader ones or the Hurston ones. And we can just take those, you know, to one of the other locations. I swear, people must have bots running on these. They disappear so quickly. So quickly. Large cargo rescue. Yes, let's go, Microtech. All right, we're off.
Remy with Microtech again. You should know the drill by now. No updates on my side. Just wanted to wish you luck out there.
Thank you. Thank you, we're gonna need it. Not really. God, pretty much mastered this technique. Can this make that jump? Looks like it. It's all it needs to do. That's its only job. Oh, goodness me. Ha ha! How are you? All right. Now we got a long wait. Ludicrous. They always spawn retrieved vehicles as far as possible from where you called them. Push button, wait, jog 3 kilometers. Well, you know, this one, we're spawning this one we're taking a mission in a different region of space. Which is why we've got this massive quantum jump now. But if we took a Crusader one, it would be within the Crusader sector, which is relatively quick to get to. But because we're going to a different sector of Stanton now, a different region of Stanton space, this quantum jump's going to take us a little bit of time. You mean it's always all the way across the hangar? Well, they spawn it in the middle, in the freaking extra large hangar that I have on my, my main account. To get to a small ship, now that's a jog, man. That's a jog. All right, sadly, we've got enough time to do this mission. And then I need to get my daughter up and ready for school. I would love to do more of them. Maybe I'll do the rest of them offline. Again, as I said at the beginning of the stream, very quick, very short stream. After finished work, did 10 hours last night. Stay up for a few hours to see the family in the morning before they go off to school and work. And then have a shower and jump into bed. I might have a quick bio break while we're traveling for the next 6 or 7 minutes. I shall be back in a minute. Alrighty. I've still got such a long way to go. So, we need to do 2 of these missions. 2 per location. We've only got Microtech and Art Corp left. But, you know, this has given me some hope for my main account of possibly getting to tier 5. Unless in the next sort of... I mean, we've still got several weeks, you know, at least a month before the next patch comes out. So still plenty of time to get to tier 5. I really don't have any desire to get to tier 5 for the other locations. I'm not interested in the Volt sniper rifle, I think it is, or the paints. I can't remember what the tier 5 paints are. Let's have a quick look. That's the wrong button. Yep. No, 100% that's the wrong button. Let's have a look. Scroll. So tier 5 is the Volt Parallax Energy Assault Rifle. It's the assault rifle, okay. And the liveries for the Star Lancer, the Caterpillar, and the Hercules. So I don't own a Caterpillar. I do own the Star Lancer. And the C2. Oh, maybe I don't. I think I cashed in the C2. Alrighty. I got pretty close. 250 meters. Alright, let's get this up to Port Tressler. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get time to do the second one for Microtech. Whilst I'm here with all of you on Twitch and on the old YouTube. Is that the elevator? How am I still unable to identify the elevator? Incompetence. Good morning, Dogs. How are you, my friend? Is that the elevator? No. Morning, Crouch. I've been using the Polaris for this. Makes it so easy. Just grab the cargo. Yeah, you don't have too much to worry about in the Polaris. Just sit there and let them hammer away on your shields and and just at a leisurely pace move the cargo over. We've rented Argo a Mustang, which is his rapid approach vehicle. And we're out. Mission successful. Mission successful. All right. Up to Port Tressler. All right, so the only one that didn't really work is the small ship, which is already significantly damaged when you board it. But these large contracts, pretty quick and simple. It's a rough start to the day and losing power for the day here, so sleeping today, hopefully. A leisurely day of scrolling on the phone, hey? No power. Hangar request complete. I always enjoy approaching a station when it's pitch black. A station, how you see. All right, 3 successful contracts. Pretty quick, pretty painless. The longest part of this is the 8-minute cooldown, I suppose. And making sure you're wearing a helmet before you eject into space. But I'm glad we recovered it. That was amazing. Oh, we're on the wall again. We're on the wall again. Too close. Where is my view? Okay, so here's good. Here's good. Yeah, this looks good. All right. This has been quite enjoyable. See, this event would be so good if the elevators worked. I've really just enjoyed just flinging freight around. You know, I haven't gotten any involved in any of the other events because, again, you know, they're all PvP related, right? But this one, more industrial focused. It's 43 degrees today, is it, CT? That's a warm day. It is a little chilly here in the southern hemisphere right now, indeed. Although last night at work was quite nice. I didn't even have to zip up my jumper all the way. And I'd lost my neck warmer the other night. I was sitting on my tug in my little tray where I keep all my bits and pieces. And I saw it sitting there and I was like, man, I really should put that in my locker because I don't really need it tonight. It's not that cold. I mean, it was probably maybe 3 or 4 degrees or whatever. But if I don't put that in my locker, I'm going to lose it. It's, I'm going to be reaching into my tray to get a, whatever. And it's going to disappear off the tug. And fair enough, there is now a lovely neck warmer added to the rest of gloves and hats and stuff that just litter themselves around the airport from people losing their PPE. "7 degrees, is it, dogs?" Yeah, I think it'll be something similar to that here. Double checked. It's only 42. For the feels like. Real temp is slightly lower, like 38 or 39. I love the feels like temperatures. It was 7 degrees the other night at work, or 6 degrees or something, and it felt like -1. I was like, how can it be 6 degrees and feel like -1? But it felt like -1 for sure. It was a cold night. All right. There's some freight delivered from Microtech. I want to do another one
Remy here.
so
Everything
badly.
looks good from our side regarding your contract. Processing it now so you can get paid.
Thank you, Remy. Let's have a quick look at the journal. All right, so we just need to do one more of those for Microtech, and that'll get us to Tier 2. Then we need to do 2 for ArtCorp, and that'll get us to Tier 2 for everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston, across the board. All of the jumpsuits, and then all of the armour that we can use for some role-playing adventures with Argo. Sneaking into TDDs. Community sucks. Liquid squid, it does indeed. Well, like I said, it's been so much. I've really enjoyed these. I really wish I could play for longer, but I can't. I really can't. Man, I feel finished. If I didn't do overtime, which I kind of wanted, because then I can buy more Star Citizenships. Shh. We could have played for longer, but I can't. It's time to get the ninja up for school. See my wife, cook her some breakfast. And then I guess I should go to bed. And then we can do all of this again. Oh, we can't do it again tomorrow because I got 12 hours. I guess I'll see everyone on the weekend. Thank you to all the people who have popped in on YouTube, by the way. A couple of new names that I've seen there. 6 likes on the old YouTube. For once, we've actually got more people watching on YouTube than we do on Twitch. Maybe I should stream more at this time. This is when the YouTube people appear. It's been great fun. Thank you so much for joining me here for a very impromptu midweek Star Citizen adventure. A little bit of Repo Man. This works quite well. I like this. This is a good mission. This is a fun mission. Boost in there, eject out, get in the ship, bail out before it explodes. I hope everyone has a fantastic day or a fantastic night. Thank you, CT. Have a good sleep, mate. Well, I will. Thank you so much. And hiya to the ninja and Mrs. Crouch. Lovely. Thank you, Crouch Potatoes. I shall see everybody next time. Hopefully soon. See ya. Boop.